My name is Oscar Gonzalez. I'm the chair of Electrical and Computer Engineering Department at Old Dominion University. I'm also a member of the team organizing the REYES program. On behalf of the REYES team, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this Old Dominion University program. We're very pleased with the success of the first 3 weeks, and I encourage you to invite your friends to join for week 4. We are still accepting registrations, so please go ahead and register so we can help plan better events for you this year and next year. We have classes, panels, special lectures, and social activities. So let me introduce you to let Raul Briceño introduce the speakers for next week.
Thank you, everybody, once again for joining us. So we have a busy week as always. So what I'm going to do is walk you through the schedule and ask each one of the REYES team members to tell you a little bit about each one of these activities. So we're going to start with the very first activity that is going to take place on Monday. And our team member, Nestor, is going to introduce this for you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Tomorrow, Monday, we're going to have the Engineering Fundamentals Fluids part number 2. And this one will be led by Dr. Orlando Ayala. Here you will be learning about fluids and the different interactions and what is the effect that buoyancy may have and pressure. Does height affect all the different results? Don't miss it. Dr. Ayala has been extremely powerful on his work in fluids at the university, so I welcome you to join his session.
All right, great. Thanks, Nestor. So after that, we're going to have a talk about general relativity by my colleague, Balshak Terzic. He's going to be introducing what gravitational waves are. If you don't know what gravitational waves are, this is a perfect talk for you. Gravitational waves that have been predicted by Einstein from his theory of general relativity, and they were recently detected. And so he's going to talk about both the theory and how they managed to detect these really amazing objects that are that interact very weakly with the matter that we're composed of. And then after that, the following day, we're going to continue with our series of Python for Physics. Hundreds of you have been joining our course. This is a course that I'm teaching with Dr. Ted Rogers, and we've been walking you through the basics of programming and physics. Most recently, I gave you a little bit of introduction to nuclear and particle physics. And now we're starting to do data analysis, and you're going to start simulating analysis that takes place in particle accelerators. So after that, we're going to have a STEM on women, a panel on women in STEM. And for these, my colleague Carol Considine is going to tell you all about it.
Hi, everyone. We're really excited about the Women in STEM panel. Doctors Waller, Gaff, Chappell, and Heron from the College of Sciences are going to talk about how women bring a broader perspective to problem solving in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics field. They're going to talk about why more women should enter these fields. And then they're also going to talk about how you can remain and how you can enter and remain in that career field. So I think it'll be a fascinating talk, and I hope that you join them.
Great, thanks, Carol. And also, we have several different panels regarding diversity and women and engineering that have already taken place. And so if you missed those, you can go back and watch our videos, which will tell you where they are in just a second. After that, we're going to have a talk that is going to be moderated by Oscar. And so Oscar is going to tell us all about it.
Thank you, Raul. Hello again. So we live in the big data revolution. It is fueling the 4th industrial revolution. Many people call it the Industry 4.0 revolution, or simply I 4.0. Are you prepared to be part of it? This presentation will introduce the mathematics and statistics foundations that you need to effectively use the tools in data science applications. ODU has a new data science graduate program with concentrations both in science and business. We're working right now to add an engineering concentration. We also have an undergraduate data analytics engineering set of concentrations. So we have a lot of options for you to learn more about how to make this work.
All right, great. Thanks, Oscar. And after that, we're going to have a talk by one of the REYES team members, Carlos Hernandez Garcia, who's going to tell us, and now he's going to tell us a little bit about what his talk is going to be about.
Hello, everybody. My name is Carlos Hernandez Garcia. I work at the Thomas Jefferson National Accelerator Facility. Electrons are all around us. We use them to make radio waves, microwaves, X-rays. They're also an essential part in particle accelerators used for medical applications, for particle physics, high energy nuclear physics. But how do we get the electrons from? How do we get them out? And how do we make them into a collimated beam that can be used for the particle accelerator? The history, the technology, and the science behind it is most fascinating. Join us to find out.
All right, great. Thanks, Carlos. And then after that, we're going to have a talk introducing the field of engineering and technology. And this is going to be moderated by Nestor. So Nestor is going to tell us about it.
Hi, everybody. Dr. Ike Flory will be talking to everybody about engineering technology, and he will be explaining what is the math, the physics that is required in the program, what is a practice-oriented degree, what are the differences between engineering technology and engineering. He will also mention the APET accreditation process that the engineering technology department goes through, what is the career outlook for engineering technology, and many more things. So I welcome you to join the talk.
Great, thanks, Nestor. And after this, we're going to have the second social event that we've been hosting, and this is going to be co-hosted by Giovanna Gennard, the chair of this committee, and so she's going to tell us about it.
That's right. Now that you have been taking our courses in REYES, we are ready to test your knowledge. So if you're ready to be tested, come and join us for this really exciting session. It's going to be held by our very own ODU alumnus, Andrew Dotson, who, in addition to being a physics alumnus, he actually happens to be also a famous YouTube presenter with nearly 150,000 viewers from all over the world. So be on the lookout for a survey that's going to ask you to register, and we look forward to this fun night.
Great. Yep, this is bound to be fun. So after that, we're going to continue with the series on fundamentals of engineering, and Nestor is going to tell you what he's going to be teaching you this upcoming week.
Hello again. For the second part, we're going to be doing an experiment in torsion. Essentially, we're going to take a round solid bar, and we're going to put it in a torsion arc tester. We're going to apply a torque force, and we're going to measure what is the angle of twist and study the mechanical properties of steel under those forces. I will talk to you about the equipment, the equations that are necessary, and some of the graphs that we can plot to understand the behavior of metals in different types of forces. So I hope that you join me again and learn a little bit more about material testing.
Great. All right. And the last but not least event of the week is going to be a talk by Professor Dylan Woodcower, and it's going to be moderated by my colleague and REYES member, Alan Mecca. So Alan's going to tell us about it.
Hi, everyone. Again, thank you for joining us. So I'm really excited for this talk as issues of racial injustice have come to the limelight within the political discourse. This is really a great example of how STEM can address systemic racism. And what this talk is really going to focus on is the history of racist imaging technology from the mid-20th century, with a particular emphasis on anti-racist engineering practices. So you're really going to want to attend this event as we seek to further understand how we can diversify our society as a whole and address these injustices.
Great. Thanks, Alan. So there's material that we have ready for you for week 4. We're building and continuing to create a program for 4 more weeks. So there's only halfway point for us. And so with that, I'll leave Oscar to say the last words of this message.
Okay, thanks again, Raul. So We have an exciting week number 4 planned for you guys. We have lectures every day. We have classes every day. So please plan to join us. We look forward to welcome you. And do please invite more of your friends to register in the REYES program. The REYES website continues to be updated. So Raul, if you could show the REYES website, I appreciate it. For example, in the REYES website, we have updated the recordings and the slides tab. And now we have most lectures are frequently updated in the session recordings. And the presentation slides, there's a slightly longer delay, but most of them are going to be posted. So please take advantage of these resources so you can come back and watch these lectures. We look forward to have you next week.
Bye, everyone.